Welcome to the inaugural episode of the Epic Handshake Podcast, the podcast where we talk about epic people that deserve epic handshakes. So I'm your host, Don Bonda, aka AZ Gear Guy. You can find me on Instagram at AZ Gear Guy. And you can actually find this podcast on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, pretty much anywhere where you can find podcasts. And yeah, we look forward to having you guys over there. But we have Jennie Symons here. Hello again.
Hello. I'm here.
Really quick, just give your elevator statement minute. What would you tell me if I met you in an elevator? Who are you? What do you do?
I mean, I probably wouldn't talk to you in the elevator, but hi.
Ooh.
My name is Jennie Symons. I'm 21 years old. I live in Draper, Utah. I'm an avid skier, professional ski racer. I love working on my trucks and off-road racing and crawling.
Yeah.
All of it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Mechanics is a lot easier on my body. It's hot in here, but
Yeah.
I will say, like, skiing takes a toll, and I can't really take it anymore.
I can imagine. I mean, any extreme sport. I mean, you have snowboarding, you have skiing, you have pretty much anything that has to do with snow. I mean, you're jumping off of things. Of course, you're going to have like joint issues, back issues, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I think eventually, just to backtrack a second, having like air conditioning in here. I mean, it's been good to have the fan, whatever. But I'm sorry if you can hear some fan noise. It's all part of the nuances of the job here. But yeah, no, that's really cool that you jumped into that. What are your plans for this exactly? I mean, do you want to expand it? Do you want to just keep it tight knit? I mean,
right now I have a pretty tight knit customer base. I'm kind of that girl for a lot of people. They just, any small thing, oil change, etc., they bring to me. Trying to branch out into a bit bigger builds, longer builds, full long travel builds. I've quoted a few out, but I haven't gotten a couple yet here at the shop, in my shop.
So if you're watching this and you're in Utah, even if you're not in Utah, hit her up. What's the name of your business?
Alice Off-Road.
Alice Off-Road. And you can actually find it on Google. I found your place on Google.
AliceOffroad.com.
Make sure you have an appointment, though.
Yeah, call me for appointments.
Something. And they can reach you on Instagram.
Instagram.
Facebook, right? You have a
I think.
Okay.
AliceOffroad.com.
Okay, cool. But yeah, that's awesome. So let's go into your ski culture. I mean, so I'm not a big skier. Like, I'm from Arizona, and so I have literally zero experience with skiing. Being I'm from the desert. I mean, the closest thing I ever got to skiing was literally going to the park and getting on ice blocks and sliding down a freaking hill. So how did you get into it? Like, how did you jump into that world? I mean, pretty young, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had my mom to thank for that. I was pretty lucky. I actually skied before I learned how to walk, and it's a different animal when you learn how to do it at such a young age, and it becomes second nature at this point. It's just, it's so fun. I was thinking about it today. Dropping something big, then it's powder. It's a different animal. It's so fun.
I bet. Yeah. The skiing itself, I mean, I've always wanted to try it. Like, I think I've mentioned to you ski boarding, like, and you were just like, what the hell is that? And I'm just like, they look like snowboards, but they go on your feet and they look like skis. And you, like, I don't know, the people that I actually follow that do ski boarding, they're like so into it. It's just such a tight knit niche. But so you've never heard of ski boarding, right? Or you've seen it, right?
I've heard of, like,
it's most big in the East
surfing.
Coast. Okay.
It's like snowboard without bindings.
Right.
And then, like, snow skate, which is a snow skateboard, and then that's it.
Okay.
Snowboarding.
Well, I don't blame you for not knowing it, because I mean, even people in that community pride themselves on not being like super huge on it, or I mean, spreading the word on it. I mean, they'd like to, but there's always like those. It's even with skateboarding. I mean, you get like random things in that world, right? I mean, so I guess
I
snow
don't know how to
sports.
ski.
I don't know. I'm speaking out of my ass right now.
No,
so
I know what you're talking about. Like canyoneering, it's like, oh, you don't want to tell people about these
Right.
canyons you found, and
Yeah.
keep it in like a tight knit, like niche group, you know.
Random side note: have you heard about the Utah treasure hunt lately?
No.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
2 guys, real estate investors right now. They literally took $10,000 in cash and like other goodies, and they put that in a chest and buried it in the Utah mountains. And then there's like a freaking like poem, a riddle that they put out and said, "Oh, hey, if you can figure this out, spoils are yours." So I've been
like mountains, like you went to Wasatch.
Yeah, so they
Wasatch.
narrowed it down. It's on the Wasatch Front between Ogden and like Nephi, I think.
Ooh, that narrows it down. Jeez.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's cool though.
Yeah, I mean, I've been out to like 5 different trails right now, and it's been insane. So I'll have to share the details with you
In
later.
the equinox?
Huh?
In the equinox?
Oh, in the, what do they call it? What did I just say?
Going out on the trail trying to find.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like the equinox.
Impress.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I haven't gone out there. No, I mean, I've like hiked out there.
Oh,
I like hiked out there. No, I didn't freaking take that thing out there.
Well, I was like,
Yeah, it's like I show up. Okay,
Taking
what
that
she's talking about is I literally show up in a Chevy Traverse, and it's like an
Traverse.
embarrassment
Sorry.
to the whole thing. Sorry, Jenny.
It has good.
It's-
It has good clearance.
Sure.
It's
that's
all-wheel
about-
drive,
Yeah,
isn't it?
No, it's 2-wheel drive.
Never mind. It's a good-looking car.
It's a family car.
It's a
okay.
family car.
It's a family car. I should have just gotten a 4Runner. Anyway, but yeah, so snow sports. Sorry for the tangent. Snow sports.
Snow sports.
So you sustained a lot of like fairly good injuries. I mean, there's a pretty good video of you online, right? What was the event? The New Zealand Winter Games, right?
Yeah.
North Face Frontier.
Yeah, North
Yeah,
Face
2019.
Frontier.
You want to talk about that a little bit?
Oh,
What
that was a good time. I actually, so I went to New Zealand, planned like a big trip. Tried to get into the 2-star and the 4-star. Didn't get into the 4-star. Did the 2-star. Got second place. Got into the 4-star, and found my line. It was visual only, so that meaning usually you get a physical inspection in North America, but over in like Europe Oceania area. Sorry, excuse me. Oceania. But you only get visual inspection, meaning you scout your line from the bottom, not from physically on your line, which you get to do in North America. So I kind of looked at something, I was like, yeah, that looks good. And when I came into it, it was a little sketchy. Some people had skied through it. It was a little bit bare. And I came through, was so ready for that drop. And my ski was like, I'm not, let's go. Out it went. I just wanted to try to land on my feet. I don't know how that would have helped, but I tried to land
on your feet. All right.
I landed. I would have landed it, but I landed on one foot and then just started punching. And I remember I had never really had any sort of tomahawk ever in my life. Ski racing, you don't tomahawk. Like, you can't. There's not enough snow. Like, maybe horizontal tomahawk, but not vertical. And I had never really realized it or how to like get through it. And all I wanted to do was just flex everything. I was like, oh God, don't blow your knees out. Oh my God, I'd be so pissed. But I didn't. I was really not hurt. I dislocated my left elbow and I got some gnarly whiplash, but I like.
Yeah, and like the end of the video, you literally like pat your head, right? Because your helmet, to let them know you're okay, right?
Yeah, and like you pat your head if you're okay, so they don't send all the ski patrol.
So when you fall like that, like when you learn how to ski, do they teach you how to fall? Like if you no, because that was like obviously any fall is going to be unprescribed, right? So like, but you there's a wrong way to fall, right? I mean, you don't.
Well, like I don't know, because I thought. Like, from my memory, I thought you're supposed to kind of, like, go a little bit limp and relax. And I thought if one of my skis stayed on actually, because my dents were set at like 11, which is high for my weight, and I just had some snow, in there, but so my other skis stayed on for quite a bit, and I thought to myself, like, if I go limp, the ski's gonna go 180 and blow my knee out. So I just tried to flex everything, including my neck, my shoulders, my arms, my legs, as hard as I could. I don't know if that was the right way to do it, but I came out pretty unscathed from what it was.
I think that's kind of where I was going. I was like, when you fall just on regular terrain in shoes, I mean, they tell you to just don't tense up, or if you're in a car accident, I mean, people that live are the ones that are drunk and like completely limp.
Relaxed,
you know what I mean? Yeah, they're relaxed. And so I'm like, was that the same principle? So I guess that answers my question.
Yeah,
but like,
I don't know.
That's crazy though. Like just seeing your ski fall off, like right as you come down off the first little drop off, like it just fell off, and I'm just like, oh, that sucks.
Well, especially because the video they don't show before, and it was kind of like a hairy entrance into that, and it was not very fluid, and I actually had to do a hop turn to get to that point. And then I was kind of looking, I was like, oh my god, this is a little big. And then terrible. I was like, where am I gonna go? Like, you cannot go anywhere else, go. And I went, and my ski went, and I went,
and everybody had a bad time.
I had a good
you had a good time? Okay. She had a good time.
Good cred.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a good cred. Like, what did people say when you got down to the bottom? Like,
how are you alive?
There, because there was a lot of like people, like heavy hitters there, right? Or some like big names there.
Thankfully, the first people.
Yeah, like people.
Yeah, there were some people from like the Freeride World Tour. There were some big names in big mountain skiing. I am not big name in big mountain skiing, let me tell you.
Debatable.
But maybe for my fault, but that's not really what you want to be known for. But yeah, I mean, it was funny because I got a whole interview and everything, and I fell. But it was such a good fall, I guess it was worth the interview, so. Yeah.
Well, you say that, like, when you fall, like, you're recognized by that fall.
Yeah.
Okay, there was this one time, story time. There was this one time I was actually at a community pool with a bunch of friends, like family friends, and I decided to go off the diving board. Never been off a diving board before. And I'd literally jump, and it slips out from under me. I smack my head on the diving board, and like I knew I was completely conscious, completely fine, in the water, sinking to the bottom. I'm like, I really don't want to come up right now.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. Yeah, I was like, oh, and there's some cute girls here. Man, like my friends are all here. Like, and then I let the hot lifeguard save me, just because maybe that would bring back some clout into my embarrassment. But no, it's like one of those, like that's something you're remembered for. See, your fall, not that. And like my back was all scraped up, and it was insane. So you're lucky. I mean, you're lucky to be alive, but I'd totally like soak that up. I know maybe that's not a thing to like be proud of in the skiing world, but I think it's cool.
Well, just the comments, reading it, just is so off-putting.
What did they say? Just like, oh, she fell the wrong way, or
turn up your everyone calls me a boy. First off, they're like, wow, he almost dies. Like, I'm a lady. How many times do I have to say that? Every day. But
sexists.
They're always like, oh, turn up your dins. Oh, that person didn't know where they were going. I was like, I knew exactly where I was going.
Mm-hmm.
My dins were very turned up. There was a lot of snow under my binding, and I was rushed. But oh well. You live and you learn. She lived and she learned. You take more time. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's insane. Like I would have died for sure. But aside from all of that, I mean, besides that injury specifically, I mean, you said you have back issues. You have like some.
Like mellow back issue.
Okay.
Like everything's not too bad. I mean, my back hurts. I just had a discectomy on L5.
Okay.
And
that's right.
That hopefully will clear up.
That was a long recovery too, right?
I'm still recovering.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why we're sitting.
Yeah.
Podcast should be made for those of you watching on YouTube. We're sitting down.
It's nice.
Yes.
I couldn't stand for that long.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be a 40-minute podcast episode, and she's like, oh. Yeah, I'm not doing that. And I was like, okay,
I can't
I'm not going to do that
for
either
more
then.
than 10 minutes.
Yeah. No, but this is nice. This fan's good. And
Yeah,
we're all good.
we're
good.
Cheers.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's great. So as far as I mean, actually one of my questions I've always wondered, like with people that are like sponsored, how does that work with sponsors? Like, do you have like an expectation to meet, like, or do you have like a quota of like things you post on social media? Or I don't know. I'm just so used to social media sponsoring things that I don't know what real sponsoring is.
Well, yeah. So like for a contracted sponsor, you usually have, in the contract, you're not allowed to ski on it depends what it is, but you're not allowed to use any other gear in that discipline. So like if you're sponsored by Fisher, you can't ski Blizzard skis or boots or anything that they would make, you're not allowed to use. And so that's kind of tough, but I mean, when they hook you up and it's easy. But what else were we talking about?
No, that's great. Like, so basically you can't have competing brands, you can't have like certain things like that, right? Like just
okay. And then like social media quota is usually like 3 per month, like once a week,
like either videos or pictures, whatever,
videos,
lives,
pictures,
posts. They have to be posts.
Yeah.
Interesting. So who were your sponsors when you were in, like at your peak?
I had Fisher, Brico, Spider, Lululemon, Donjoy, still have Donjoy, Incrediwear. Cool. They're kind of smaller. Incrediwear, check them out. Yeah, they're great.
Incrediwear.
But
yeah, feel free to plug your like coupon codes. Like, hey, if you've got Incrediwear, like what else do you have?
Well, now I don't have much.
Okay. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, just kind of.
It's all good. I mean,
living life. I lost a lot of sponsors this year.
Yeah.
Kind of like, you're not skiing.
Well, which is okay. I mean, understandable, but like.
Yeah.
I get that.
I kind of got messed up.
Okay, that happens. But whatever. You live. You have other things going on. Like you have this huge shop. It's cool.
I have a huge shop. It doesn't matter.
Like, you could have like a massive party in here too.
Oh, for sure.
Not that you will. Anyway.
Dawn's like, I'll come.
Yeah. So one thing she commented before we even started this is how much people think we look like siblings.
Oh yeah.
So what's your heritage? Like you said, you're like by birth. You're what again?
I'm half Russian, half Middle Eastern.
Cool.
My mom was for sure Russian. My dad was somewhere from like the Middle East, and yeah.
And have you done like the ancestry DNA thing?
Yeah, that's how I figured it out.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Everyone thinks I'm Hispanic, though.
Yeah.
I know everyone thinks you're Hispanic too.
No, that's the thing.
Yeah.
People don't think people think I'm like Middle Eastern because of my beard. Like you don't see very many. I'm Mexican American, and you don't see many people that literally have a beard like this.
No,
like,
it's thick.
It's thick and like I was blessed with hair on my face, not my head, and so I'm like, okay, this is how it's gonna be. This is how it's gonna be. But seriously, like we look like siblings. And I recommend everybody listening on one of the podcast sites, go look at the video. I want you to just see how similar we look. Like it's the eyebrows, I think. Watch here. Let's look into the camera. And I had to get a good thumbnail picture too, so that's a good one.
That's it.
Yeah, so
it's the eyebrows and the nose.
And the nose, yeah.
Yeah, we got big noses.
If I had like nose rings, then I definitely look like you. Yeah, but so I get that a lot. Like I'm really racially ambiguous. You're racially ambiguous. Like what? Like it makes things harder, but it also makes things easier. Like my name's Adnan, but everybody says like Adnan, so it sounds extra Middle Eastern too. Like you at least have Jennie as your name.
Yeah.
So, which is good. But you're adopted, right? Like that's.
Yeah, my Russian name was Medina Mukhnova Kaspatova.
Wait. Say it again. Start to finish. No laughing. Sorry.
Medina Mukhnova
Kaspatova. That's pretty cool, though.
And that's like for my birth mom and my given.
That was on your birth certificate, right?
No, my birth certificate is Jennie Symons. That's what was kind of on these shiesty
like
adoption papers from Kazakhstan,
right.
but that was from what I found from my mom.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my name is Jennie now. That's a little bit easier.
Definitely easier.
People still spell it.
Jennie Symons. Yeah, I'm sure. Jenny, Jennie, right? And
Jenny Symons.
oh, please.
Yeah.
It's okay. At least you're not called Adnan or Adan
True.
or Aiden or Adan.
Okay, so yeah, at least I think Tyler called you Adon for a minute.
Yeah.
And I looked at him straight in the face.
Oh, yeah. He called
pronunciation.
He called me Adon.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's what my kindergarten teacher called me.
Like,
Adon.
yeah, if you can
Yeah.
figure out the Adon.
Either way.
It's easy. It's easy.
Either way. Oh, you know what I just realized too? So at the beginning of the podcast, and I didn't actually hit record. So we're going to do the intro over again. So I apologize.
That's fine.
If you've made it this far in the video podcast, if it sounds a little weird at the beginning, who cares? This is a trial and error. It's an inaugural episode. Who cares?
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for your patience.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
okay. So other things here. So what are some things that like you mentioned that, like, I mean, you have this house, and then you have the shop and everything. I guess what's your like 5-year, 10-year plan? Like, do you have one? Like, I don't have one. Like,
I have one.
Okay, good. I mean, that's good. It's
yeah.
better than most people.
Well, like, yeah, I don't know. I always have to plan ahead. It makes me anxious if I don't. So in the next year, I plan on getting my pickup done, racing in the Boar and the Snore races here in Utah, and then hopefully get my Tundra race truck done.
Yeah.
And maybe get into something a little bit bigger. Ooh. And I'm still looking for sponsors.
Like what? Like what do you? Oh, yeah.
I mean,
hit her up. Yeah.
I don't know. I want to race the Baja. I love off-road racing, specifically. Like, I've been fast around a track and a street car.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun. But
Mm-hmm.
off-road racing, it's so unpredictable and all over the place.
Fun.
And it's so fun. It keeps you on your toes.
It does.
It's great. It's
Yeah.
so fun.
Like when you were at TNA up in Ogden, like with those guys, like when you guys went to a U-Tour, like that was so cool. Like just seeing you guys roll up with all of your rigs. That was
Richard's
music.
First gen.
Yeah. And then Bertha here.
Bertha, she's
Yeah.
out of frame.
Yeah. I'll be
get
sure to, like,
better.
if you're watching on YouTube, I'll be sure to drop a picture somewhere during this video of her rigs. I was actually fortunate enough to grab some pictures when it was like fresh, like brand new.
Yeah.
Or
Good thing all
brand
my
new.
rigs don't have any wheels and tires on them.
Yeah. So luckily we have some older pictures that are pretty good. So
Legit.
jumping into like the whole being a mechanic thing, like how does someone get into that? Like I didn't grow up in a house where like people were good at that. How did you jump into like the whole, like, I'm gonna fix vehicles and make them better?
I mean, I definitely didn't grow up with that either.
Fair. Okay.
I didn't grow up with a dad, so I never had to deal with the holding a flashlight still thing. But my mom didn't really work on cars either. She was a mechanical and a software engineer, so she's pretty smart, and I think I kind of took up on that, and it's kind of just trial and error, and then I've done it for so long. I know the shortcuts, loopholes. I know what I'm looking for, what I'm doing. I don't know.
It's kind of one of those things like you just learn over time, right? Like you don't just jump into it and say, "Oh, I'm good at this," you know, like, right?
Kind of. Like I've met people that it's a little bit harder for them to understand, but I've met people that it clicks with them as well. So it's a bit of a niche that some people have and some people don't, and that's fine, you know.
Like some people, it's like math.
Oh,
like people are good at math,
Takes
but then
me a
like
minute.
yeah, same.
I use
like,
my fingers still.
Yeah, that's why I opted in college to do statistics, not algebra, because algebra is terrible.
Algebra's not
Calculus is worse. So actually, I didn't even take calculus. I actually like took a week of it. I'm like, nope, not doing it. So I didn't. Anyway, but that's a whole nother thing. So I guess what are some things that I guess what are you working on as far as your rigs back here? I noticed you pointed at the one right back to your right here. Yeah, that one. Yeah. For those watching on YouTube, you can see that.
So we have Stumpy to my right, and She is a 1995 Toyota two-wheel drive pickup, and I bought her for $2,700 off Facebook Marketplace. And she was she had sat for a while, so I went and did a test run, and I blew the head gasket, blew the shock seals. I kind of ruined a lot of stuff, but hey, I'm fixing her. So she will be a class 1450.
Ooh.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
1450 truck, and working on getting the motor back in her, finishing up the roll cage, getting all the suspension dialed.
Yeah, you just did some welds today, didn't you?
Yeah, I finished the roll cage for the most part. That's nice. Yeah.
It's a big undertaking. So 1450, for those that don't know, can you explain that?
1450, if I'm correct, I might be completely botching that class.
That's okay.
I believe it's 1450. It's basically unlimited suspension travel, stock motor. So I will be putting the stock 22RE back in after it's had its full rebuild and torque cam added and all the goodies, really.
All the goodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like, a lot of that goes over my head, but because I've been friends with a lot of off-road people, I've actually learned that stuff. You know what I mean? So, like, it's been, I gotcha. I think you got it mostly on the head there. Like,
yeah.
Sorry for putting on the spot. Just like, define this.
No, you're fine. I can't remember if that's.
Yeah, define this. So, yeah, but no, that's great. And then Bertha, what are her specs?
Yeah. So, to my right we have Stumpy. To my left we have my good buddy Gavin's truck. I think his truck's name is Bertha as well, with an E. And then we have my truck, Bertha, with a U, because she's fat. She's a 2016 four-wheel drive Toyota Tacoma, and she started out with a good, like, Icon Stage 6, and now we're here in the, Icon Stage 6, Toyota, Total Chaos 3.5-inch long travel.
Nice.
And now we're going to go to, I'm very excited, Solo Motorsports 4.5-inch XLT kit. So that'll give me up to 19 inches of wheel travel. And we'll keep my 63s in the rear, but I'll have a Diamond 29 spline full float axle housing. And disc brakes all four corners. I'll have a Tundra rack in it. Lockers front and rear, 529 gears, winch front and rear, kind of nothing really with the motor, but all of that. And she'll be the ultimate IFS crawler rig is kind of my goal for her. But
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah,
that's going to be cool. Like, literally from the time that I first saw it, when it was like this white beast, like, it's changed so much.
She's purple.
Yeah, she's purple. Are you planning on changing the color? No, keep it purple. Are you going to change it, like, from a matte color to, like, a more, like, I mean, matte's good for, like, if you're rock crawling, right? I mean, because...
Yeah, I can put more metal flake in the color
true.
if I wanted to make it shinier, but the Raptor liner definitely, like, is a matte. It's a matte lining. Like, it dries matte. It's very hard to get it glossy, excuse me.
Sure.
But I like it matte, you know?
No, it's good. I like it too. I mean, like, that's why I said, like, when we were at UTOR, like, I looked at it and I was like, "Ooh, okay, you guys spent all night." That was a crazy night for you guys.
Was so
like, tons of pizza, tons of beer. Like, you had like just everything going on, Gatorades and like sodas everywhere, and
Red Bulls,
and coffee. Yep. Insane.
It was literally like, I don't know, it was probably like 30 hours.
Yep.
Nonstop working, and I did sleep for 1 hour before the show.
1 hour, 1 whole hour.
I slept for a whole hour.
When they rolled up, it was all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, you know, and they roll up all like gaunt and just, you know, like accomplished.
Stayed that way for like 2 hours.
2 hours,
Then it got a little feisty.
Yeah, it got there was a little bit of tension. I mean, given that you guys were all tired, exhausted, working the whole night through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
it was worth it.
Why did you guys work through that whole night? Like, Because everybody's schedules didn't kind of match up, right? Like I
No,
don't even remember.
just had other jobs.
Yeah.
Work at TNA was a little tight. Didn't have time to work on our stuff, but made it work. Made it look good. Obviously flexed everyone else out. So.
Yeah. Well, it was worth it. It was worth it.
Oh, it was so worth it.
Yeah, and like I said, I'll post pictures throughout the video portion of this, and you guys can see kind of these rigs as we're talking about them. But like super talented stuff. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm very envious of just people that are just into building things, putting things together like that. Like, if I had the time, for sure, but obviously I'm doing other things with my time. I mean, this is cooler though. This is like good things, but building cars is definitely cooler. But yeah, so as far as, like we've got skiing, you've got all this other stuff. I mean, are there other hobbies that you have that you pursue? I mean, in the summer months, I mean, when you're not skiing recreationally now,
I love canyoneering.
Okay.
A lot of people don't really know what that is. It's descending down canyons, so everyone thinks that's ascending
on
walls.
belay on, right?
Nope.
Stuff like that. No,
not at all.
Okay, I'm wrong.
Exactly. So everyone thinks it's rock climbing,
Yeah.
but it's basically just rappelling, but with some down climbing through canyons. So you only go down for the most part, and it's a lot of anchor building and strategy, and I don't know. It's super fun. It's challenging.
I would say that's even better than rock. I'm not a fan of rock climbing.
I am so bad.
Like, and bouldering, like people that just like free climb. I'm like, how do you do that? But like their back is shredded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
traps and like shoulders.
and their hands are just like calloused monster nubs. You know what I mean?
Oh
like,
yeah, they could like squeeze the life out of you in 2 seconds.
But canyoneering definitely sounds more fun.
It's mellow. Yeah.
It's mellow. Yeah. It's a little more tame. Like, how'd you get into that? Just have friends that do it?
A boyfriend of mine, actually, an ex-boyfriend of mine, got me into it.
Cool.
It's funny because he got me into climbing. Started climbing. Had a bad experience with someone. Stopped climbing. Got into canyoneering through him, and then kind of overtook him. Like student becomes the master kind of thing. And then now it's just kind of wherever I can get my dog into with me and my dog. But yeah, I like canyoneering.
Yeah, keeps you in shape, right? Because I mean, you have to do you either hike up to these places or do you drive up to them?
Hopefully you can try.
Okay, you try to drive as much as possible.
Sometimes you gotta hike, and that sucks because usually it's very exposed sunlight. But if you go somewhat later, somewhat later.
Yeah, somewhat later. So I just wanted to put that closer so I can hear you. Hey. Yeah, that's cool. No, canyoneering. I've thought about doing that, but like I said, I've literally, like, the treasure hunt thing that I've been doing has literally just been my extra time lately.
For sure.
And so I'm like, what kind of gear do you need for that?
The hard part is that it's not a very popular thing. So, like, if you're lucky, you would just need a rope and an ATC, a harness, and helmet. But since not many people do it, you have to build your own anchors, and sometimes people take their anchors, or they build like a sand trap, or basically like something you don't leave behind, like webbing and a quick link.
Right.
But that takes a lot, and that takes a lot of knowledge to build your anchors and make sure that everything's right. And that, I mean, you need to bring at least depends what you're doing. I always bring at least 50 feet of webbing on me at least. Sure. And then 2 quick links at least. But sometimes if it's bolted, you're lucky. You just run a rope through, do a double rope rappel down, and you just have your fun. But sometimes it's like it takes like 20 minutes to build an anchor, depending on where you are, you know. And then you got 6 rappels in that's a whole day. So that's, I never really recommend it to anyone, like, oh, we're trying to have some fun. Like, you just do, like, there's a lot of fun, like, hiking Slot Canyons, but it's a scary spot if you get hung.
Oh yeah, and that's so obviously it's something you just don't do by yourself, right? I mean,
like
you
I'll
could,
do ones
right?
that I know that I have done are bolted, that I have done within like 2 months prior. I know the whole route. I'll do it by myself with my dog. But they're no more than an hour and 15 minutes long. I know exactly where I'm going, and I make sure everyone close to me knows where I'm going. But anything big or anything that I've never done before, I at least have one other person that knows what they're doing going, you know, just so you have a second opinion on your anchors and everything.
That's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah. I would totally get into that. So let me know when you go out next time.
Oh, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I'm down.
Yeah, because I mean, I think the past few months, like I was doing like clean eating, all this stuff, and I'm like, I need to get in better shape. And so I like that helped because I mean, obviously when you're heavier, obviously it's going to be harder to do things. But I mean, if once you start, I mean, a good diet, it's all there. But like, I don't know, hiking, I like being outdoors and it's fun, you know, and
super fun.
And so I don't know, it's a good way to like, I still go to the gym, still do all, because you still go to you go to the gym.
Oh yeah,
right?
work out every day.
Like you seem like you do like squats and like.
I can't right now.
Right. But normally you would. Yeah.
Squats, split squats, bench press.
You know, it still makes me so mad that people think like you're a dude on the freaking like videos they post of you. It makes you so mad. Sorry, like I just had to go.
People think I'm a dude in person, like fucking right here, like. Oh,
yeah.
Me.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, people will be like, "Oh, excuse me, sir." Depends on what mood I am, but what mood I'm in. But
excuse me, sir. Like I've never been called.
I'm a lady.
I've never been called ma'am before.
So, I'd hope not. Like, I mean, like
look at me. I look like a freaking Yeti.
Well, you have a beard.
Yeah. Well,
I don't have a
some
beard.
ladies out there with beards.
This be the smoothest man face you'd ever seen if I was a guy.
But we still look like siblings.
Excuse me.
See, like if you put my beard on her, it would just be like.
Oh, that'd be bad.
That'd be bad. That'd be pretty
really
bad. But like. But one thing, like you can't really see it from here, but like, oh wait, no, we're not close enough to the camera. Like, whenever I see pictures of her, like of Jennie on Instagram, where like she makes a weird face, she makes this face, and I'm just like, oh, she looks like a thumb.
What face?
Like when you crunch up your chin.
Wait,
like
let's try to do it.
You can't. Yeah. Well. No.
We'll see if that'll be the thumbnail.
That'll be the thumbnail for this
you.
video. Yeah. For hopefully what was in focus at the beginning. But if it's not, I'm just gonna post it. I don't even care.
At least we have a really crisp double chin thumbnail.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
That's all we need. Yeah.
That's all we need.
We'll have the first quarter of the whole podcast be just freak out of focus because I'm an idiot. You know, this is all new. Okay.
It's the first episode.
I'm new. Yeah.
If you judge, shame on you.
Yeah, shame on you. Yeah. See, sponsor her now. Okay? Sponsor her. Yeah. So this is all trial and error. It's all portable. And shout out to actually Talon Sai for recommending this setup. My man, you really knocked it out of the park with this one. Like I wouldn't have even known how to freaking start one of these if I hadn't had that. I mean, this is all like super extra technical for me, and it really isn't, but might as well be.
It's legit. Let me tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So, I a few more random questions. So, what besides all of those outdoor sports, all of that stuff? Like, what are your other interests? Like, what kind of music do you like? What kind of like? What do you? I actually don't know that about you. Like, what do you like? From like, what kind of movies do you like?
Movies. It's a little up in the air. I like TV shows because I don't really have time to watch TV, so I like to fall asleep to something I don't have to worry about. I like Ice Road Trucker.
Ice Road Trucker.
That's
a pretty
badass
Heavy
show. Rescue.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I don't know why. They're just so soothing. That just the noises. It's soothing. It makes you fall asleep. But yeah, TV shows. Anything with trucks. That's kind of sad. But yeah, anything with trucks.
No.
I like Tattoo Master or Ink Master. Yeah,
I actually like those shows too, because like you're just like, oh man. I always think about the people that like go on those shows that are like the people receiving the tattoos. I'm like, ooh, that's ugly. Like that's supposed to be your grandpa who served in World War II. You're like, ooh,
well,
it's like an
crazy
old
when
baby.
They don't get to pick.
Yeah.
Your body's ruined. But no.
Thanks.
not trying to single anyone out, but
I am.
but no, I like Tattoo Master. Oh, goddamn, Ink Master.
Yeah.
But as far as music, I like a lot of weird, random things.
Try me.
I mean, I'm a 21-year-old girl, so I like the bops, you know, like Megan Thee Stallion or whatever. Some Cardi B music. Sometimes it depends, you know.
Coronavirus.
It's for real. But I like a lot of like heavy metal actually too.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. I feel bad for people that are in my shop. I'll go from one to the other. Anything but like new pop,
Fair.
screamo, some of it, new country.
Okay, we got to dive into that for a second though. Like
some of it.
Okay, screamo is like a blanket term for people that don't listen to anything scream related. Because there's like
true.
hardcore, post-hardcore. You know, there is screamo.
Okay. I guess
There's
2000, like 2000 screamo.
So when I was in high school, so
yes,
given I'm 9 years older than her.
Yeah.
Okay, I was in high school when like, okay, A Day to Remember was at the height of okay, that's different. But do you like A Day to Remember? Oh, that's too bad.
That's what I mean. I don't like that stuff.
Okay, that is not
Girl
screamo
World,
though.
GRL World.
Okay.
Look them up. They're great. All female band. They're awesome. They have some screaming, but I like it. You know, it kind of gets you.
It's edgy.
It gets you in the mood. Like, drop some gnarly drop or do some serious welds or something huge. You know, like it gets you pumped.
I just want to be able to like weld, to be able to like say something like that, like gets me ready to weld. Yeah.
Yeah, like some serious beats.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, these beats look like crap. What was I doing during that song? Like,
that's what the flap wheel's for. You know.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but
the grinder wheel.
Okay.
Blank slate.
Gotcha. Okay.
Blank slate.
Sure. Yeah.
Grind that shit.
Yeah.
Out.
Whatever that is. Yeah. So okay, you got all that music. Okay. Movies. What do you like there? Like what's your, like, if you were to like one of those movies that you sit at home. You've seen it 1,000 times, but I'm going to watch it 1,001 times. Which one is that? And it can be from multiple genres, too. You don't have to, like, pick just the one. Because I have tons of favorites from multiple genres. So, but if you could pinpoint one, that'd be cool. I mean, if you can think of it. I really don't blame you if you can't. So, yeah.
I mean, the Dumb and Dumber movies are always a good one.
Okay.
Most anything with Jonah Hill. I love him.
Yeah.
Anything scary. Anything. Oh, Mad Max. Those movies
like
are
Fury Road?
So sick. Yes. All of them.
I have not seen that yet, and everybody seems to love that movie.
You have to. It's so good.
Because it has vehicles in it, huh?
No. I like the storyline too.
Okay.
But everything else is so sick. It has this awesome female lead. I don't know what her name is, but she's sick. What else?
Is it? Wait, who plays in that? Was it Charlize Theron?
I can't.
Fury Road.
I don't
Who's
know.
the main character?
I don't know.
Gerard Butler.
It's a person.
How do I know this?
It's a person that looks familiar.
Because he's in 300. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Gerard Butler. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know movies, but I have not seen that one.
I know movies, but I don't know actors.
Boo.
Oh.
Then you don't know movies. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you do.
I have seen some movies.
Yeah, you have seen a lot, maybe. Yeah.
Oh my God. There's also that movie. I can't remember what it's called. No way. How can I not remember what it's called right now? It's oh my God. The movie basically all about the cops that are just so ridiculous.
Oh, Super Troopers.
Super Troopers. How can I not remember that?
Oh my gosh, that came out when I was like in
Awesome.
7th grade.
Super
6th grade.
Troopers 2.
Were you even alive yet?
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
Super
what
Troopers
year were
2?
you born again?
Okay, 1999.
Oh my gosh.
Beer Fest. Amazing.
I have a niece your age.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's what everyone says. Oh, I have a daughter your age.
Well,
I thought you were 30.
I don't have a daughter that age, that's for sure. Anyway.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's weird.
That'd be a little weird.
Yeah, that's a little bit. But no, okay. So Super Trooper, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Not
All
bad.
those guys. Beer Fest. There's one other one. That's a good one.
Beer Fest.
Super Troopers 2 is like okay. The best part is when another guy pull over that couple and they just start speaking some bullcrap French.
Oh no.
Have you not seen it?
I don't think so.
Okay, you have to watch it. It's not the best, but it is funny.
It's funny. Okay.
I'll say.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I gotta make a list. Seriously, like, let's make a list. Text me this information afterwards.
Oh yeah, comment what movies he needs.
Yeah,
to watch.
that too.
There you
like,
go.
let me know what I need to see. I've seen literally everything.
I have
Seriously,
not.
like everything. And then like Netflix doesn't help because they have freaking Netflix originals all the freaking time, and like I finish all those. Like all the Hill House thing, like the Haunting. Have you seen those? Like the Haunting at Hill House and like Bly Manor.
Have you seen Queen's Gambit?
No, no, I haven't started. It's on my queue.
It looks stupid.
It's on my list.
So good. I
Gambit.
loved it.
Is that the one with the like the bug-eyed like chick that played in The Witch?
I don't know what The Witch is. It's like the younger redhead-looking girl with the bob cut, and it's about chess, and you're like, this is gonna be stupid. No, amazing. Binged it in like 2 days. That's what I'm talking about.
Netflix.
Like, it's so good.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Nah, not sponsored.
No thanks.
Sponsor us.
No, don't sponsor us because Netflix sucks.
Dawn needs
But
his
I love
own
it.
movie though.
I do need my own movie. What would it be about? I don't know. Even know that. Like, what am I that interesting to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Living the life of a Dawn.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
that sucks.
MTV. Hit him up.
Oh okay. MTV. I like
MTV.
it. I like it. But well, Jenny, I appreciate you being on the podcast. I mean, I know it wasn't completely perfect and there's like technical errors and things, but it was horrible.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
It was super fun.
We'll have to do it
actually.
again because I want to have more people or the same people on multiple times if I can.
That would
just to
be
check in on them
cool.
like every few months.
That would
you know,
be
like,
really cool, actually.
yeah, and it'll be in focus this time.
I think
you know?
we're in focus. I think we've been in focus the whole time.
Maybe we'll see because the little thing on the camera was like
It looks
it was
very
like
clear
right here
from the 3-inch by 1-inch screen, 6 feet away.
Yeah, normally I would have a monitor, but I don't have that
That's
because it was supposed to be here yesterday. Anyway, so yeah, be sure to check us out on Instagram. I'll throw Jenny's information in the descriptions of all the platforms that I'll be posting this. If the video doesn't turn out, I'll just post this on all the podcast platforms and everything like that. Thank you for listening, and yeah, let's give Jenny a nice little handshake.
Oh yeah.
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 If you can hear that, it was a handshake.
I think they heard it.
It was mostly epic. Yeah.
It was very epic.
We'll work on that. All right, guys.
Well,
Talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.